Definitely, though, in light of what I've been navigating recently is just receiving from the masculine. It's
The what from the masculine?
Receiving.
Mm-hmm.
And just being in like a vulnerable energetic space with men in general.
I was going to say, let's see if I can find the frustration. Was it the first 5 years of life, second 5 years of life, third 5 years of life, early teen?
Yeah.
When what you're just starting to mention is frightening, overwhelming, countercurrents galore, crazy making. And I bet, however wonderful your family was, every day, honey, you're changing. You know, it's so beautiful. And you're having feelings come like never before. And maybe people, particularly boys and men, look at you. You want to talk about this a little? It's the hardest thing a girl goes through at your time of life. You grow into becoming a woman, and it's, we're not good yet at holding our daughters' hands and helping them do this in a way that's as beautiful as it can be. So let me learn from you how I can best help you through this. Day by day, you're having those things course through you. Day by day, your nipples grow, all these other things grow. You get looked at, hit on. It's overwhelming. You don't know what you did to have so much power. Some of you wants it, some of you don't. Some of your little ones want it, some of you don't. You want to use it, you don't want to use it. Yeah, it's crazy making. You know, I'm just,
yeah.
You know, I've been around a few women in my time and raised a daughter, so.
Yeah.
And I know what I did do and what I didn't do. And about when, in her early teens, from age 12, she announced one day, Dad, don't be upset, but I think I'm entering that time where a daughter doesn't want to talk to her father. So I'll be back. I don't know how long it'll take, but I don't want to talk to you for a while. And it took 2 years. Every night, I used to sit in the hammock she had in her bedroom, and she'd lie in her bed and she'd tell me about her day and stuff, and we'd talk about things and everything else. Age 12, she stopped. 2 years. And I know I didn't, and I know her mother couldn't do that.
Right.
But I felt it. So I don't need to talk so much. Sorry.
No, you're perfect.
So it's vast what you're opening up. It's a whole world of women who haven't begun to be approached in what you're capable of now intuiting was not there for you. So that's beautiful. And given who you are, very auspicious. And may I add here, maybe you'll want this video, and I want this on this video. Receiving from the masculine is also receiving the immensity of the power you're given to draw and attract it.
Mm.
The most ardent feminists can't do justice to the immensity of creative power that is given so disproportionately through the feminine. And by which I mean is not just gendered women or females, but through the feminine.
The feminine, yeah.
Because as you can tell, I have a little bit of that in me.
Yeah.
Macho in recovery that I am. So receiving from the masculine, by receiving the vastness to attract and draw and also fulfill.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting that it's like, I mean, I've gone through so many processes of forgiveness, of like forgiving myself, forgiving, you know, men who have hurt me and women who are complicit in those scenarios and all of it. And wrapped into all of that is like,
Okay, Amber Alert. As we're talking about this, the very thing we're talking about.
yeah.
Yes.
Because of the nature of where I grew up, the majority of the men who incited violence against me when I was a young person all came from, you know, single moms, drug addicted parents, from, you know, and so there's like more than the part of me that could possibly be like angry with these men is just like my heart breaks for knowing like how broken and sad is the like the little boy that didn't have, you know, that didn't have loving parents, that didn't have food every night, that didn't have, you know, basic needs met growing up, which is a different dynamic than people who are just coming from extreme wealth, and that's, you know, it's another dynamic. But again, it's like, I think, I don't know, it's I think there's a part of me that it's like how to find the true forgiveness, because I think there's a big part of me that always kind of wrote off the behavior because I could understand more of the root of where it was coming from. So like I wouldn't, I don't know.
May I suggest you set forgiving aside for now so you can be with little Miranda's. You need to be allowed to know that was violating, that was hurtful. That not only didn't feel good, that wasn't good for you. And you also need to be able to recognize you weren't prepared to receive any of it. Nobody was there for you in this way, the way you needed it, most intimately, silently, quietly, privately, in all kinds of hidden ways. At least now I can witness all that with you. That you didn't have that. You were deprived of that. And nobody could prepare by telling you it didn't matter whether the boy was rich or poor or what he had. There are no fulfilled little boys growing up in this world at your time yet. Basking in love and so honored and everything else, and so adoring of feminine and everything else, worshipful, like, you know, they're kings in the making. We don't know how to produce those yet. So of course you were violated. You need room to acknowledge that and feel that. and come to me about it. At least come to somebody, which is me in here. And when we're clear and solid and together about this, and you feel the care streaming, then we can talk about forgiveness and what those boys need.
Mm. Mm.
What will be good for you to then turn and be able generously to shower their way, so you're not living in any unnecessary enmity or withholding. But first things first, we got to take care of you. Have you have the room to experience what it actually was and be clear and straight about it.
Mm.
Yes, and hold her. All of hers. There are many. Every moment is you. Your personal Akashic records. Mirandas of years and years and years.